Something I hope that comes out of the Jeffrey Epstein stuff is that we can start having the conversation that our founding fathers would have been on the Jeffrey Epstein list. They would have been in the list. They would have been in the files, or one of them would have had the files or created the files. Same type of men. Schmeepists, people that enslaved others, sure trafficked. Like this is what America is made of. It's made of the gunk. No, it's not. It's a good plate. No. Nope. And here's the thing. America's a cult, and cult leaders are narcissists. And what people don't understand about narcissists is doing good is part of the narcissistic abuse. And that is why people get trapped into a cycle of defending them and feeling like they're not allowed to second guess them because they did good. They did more good than they did bad. But the problem is history tends to romanticize the good and not talk about the bad. If you look at our history books, like, where's the bad? And people jump right to defending the forefathers on the left, like, well, it was a different time. Even ChatGPT will throw that in as a context, but you must remember it was a different time. The fuck I do. They know when Schmeep and owning people is wrong because they themselves wouldn't want them to have it. They wouldn't want it to happen to them. And there's always the people in those times that are screaming, this is wrong. You know, my family we had a family friend who was a kid during World War II. And she called this guy Uncle Adolf. You know that guy? Yeah, that's the guy. And she knew him as someone that gave piggyback rides and read them bedtime stories. Yeah. They do good all the time to cover for the bad, because they love to go into, look what I've done for you. Just like what Trump's doing when they're saying we want the Epstein stuff. He's like, well, look what I've done for you. Even as some people say, look, he's sacrificed. He's done this for no money. It's same with Elon. He did it at the detriment of himself, because they're always, very self-sacrificing. And the forefathers, like, look what they went through to bring this to you in the Mormon church. Look what the pilgrims did. Look at what Joseph Smith went through to get us here. He was tarred and feathered, and there's always the whole sense of the sacrifice, all the good they did. So then it's like, don't look at the bad, just focus on the good. And when you don't talk about the bad, the inside will rot. And that is why we are where we are. And for me, this happening alongside, this giant grift going on, and all of the, and basically the whole system breaking down, is that white people have to start dealing with the reality of this. Because I know so many still want to talk like, well, we have to defend the Constitution and democracy, and the thing that was founded by these slime balls. We can't go back to where we were. We have to do something different. We've tried this a few times, this revolution, but it's like everyone still wants to cling to this romanticizing notion of this country. That's not really there. It's just made up in our heads, and it was sold to us. And I think more and more people are recognizing that. And I think it's really important to start saying, yeah, forefathers, Epstein list, same. It's always been, hi, Bill Clinton. And here's the thing about the whole Clinton thing. And this is where I give MAGA a little bit of room, is what in 2001 or something like that, we knew that Epstein and Bill were friends. But also Trump and Bill were friends. Like, they were all friends. They all did stuff. And then they knew that, he used the plane for the Clinton Foundation. And all of that stuff was used to tell them, like, look, that he worked with Epstein and the Clinton Foundation, all this dark, shady stuff. But the thing is, it's like, don't be around dark, shady people. How about that? Like, I don't want you guys in office if this is who you hang around with, if this is what you do. Yeah, but no, I don't. And this isn't about being perfect, right? Like the far left, like, oh, if the Palestine, like, it can only be, this is just about common decency and about being able to trust a leader. Well, he stopped hanging out with them like years and years after. That's like all the people like, I had no idea about Harvey Weinstein, who they also hung out with. We have to stop making any excuses for these people. Do I think the files are going to get released and people are going to go to prison? No. And quite honestly, if it's redacted or if there's code words in there, it would be more dangerous if they released it, because conspiracy theorists would just get a hold of it and start a whole new set of shit, because they'll just pull from it like they did the WikiLeaks and Pizzagate and all that stuff. Like, you know, I never thought it'd be released. I never thought anyone would really go to prison because, hi, Thomas Jefferson was our second president. Like, come on. We have to be adults. We have to start really reading and understanding narcissistic abuse. We need to understand the kind of country we have to recreate for all people. We really do have to be adults. We have to grow up and deconstruct the narcissistic abuse that this country is and the power dynamics that it's created. And for that reason alone, I'm grateful that white people are feeling what we need to feel, maybe to finally do what needs to be done. Because if this gets just a little better, I'm just scared people go, oh, whew, close call. No, we need something new that works for everybody and that is not built on dirty old men.